You feel this nervousness on the phone there?
Sir, I've been trying to make an urgent phone call up there.
Well, I don't think it's something I want to do on an overseas phone.
You gotta make some phone calls. Hang up the phone. Prank caller. Prank caller.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to Packernet After Dark. This is the call-in show, the Packernet Podcast Network. If you'd like to call in, if you'd like to participate in the show, please feel free to do so. The phone number here is 608-501-0718. New callers go directly to the front of the line. We don't have any new callers. We have 9 calls, so it's getting a little light out there if you want to get some calls in, if you have any thoughts. I know we're kind of getting to the point of just like staring at the watch, waiting for the draft to happen. We've kind of said everything that there is to say. Believe me, I understand the sentiment. But if anything's on your mind, feel free to get them in before the draft, because, again, when the draft happens, we're going to do that whole thing where calls may get skipped, and then everyone's mad at me again. But anywho, I think we got enough for today. Excuse me. Holy cow. Let's get started with Uncle Rico.
Yo, Brian, it's your Uncle Rico.
Yo.
Oh, I was just listening to the pod.
All right.
Anyways, Andy from Kansas called in multiple times. And Andy, you seem like a very intelligent man.
He does.
I like the way, it's funny how you can call in and say intelligent things about the topics you're interested in. I can't come up with anything but blah, 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 blah. Dude, maybe you should send me lessons on how.
And Andy, one of these days, is going to start a podcast. That's what he's going to do, or YouTube or something. He's got a lot on his mind, and he's a thinking man.
How to have an intelligent conversation on the interweb. Anyways, it's funny about the Jordan Love going into LaFleur's office and demanding respect.
Yeah.
Do you think that Joe Thomas would ever say that about a Lions player? That a Lions player should walk into Dan Campbell's office and demand respect? You know, does it seem like that this is something that's related to Matt LaFleur's personality, that nobody would ever say that about other coaches? And then that's not a diss on LaFleur from my end. It's just he's a different person than Dan Campbell, you know. So, all right, then. It just struck me as funny. Rico out.
Yeah, it is a good point. I mean, you can do that. I mean, go back to like Vince Lombardi. Imagine telling Bart Starr, who's obviously an extremely soft-spoken guy, you know, he's not a rah-rah leader guy and all that kind of stuff. Can you imagine being like, Bart needs to go in there and tell Vince, you know, I need more respect. I should be the one. Nobody would suggest that ever. So, I don't know.
Yo, Brian, it's your Uncle Rico.
Hello.
Is it weird now
Yes.
that I have an image in my mind of 1265
Careful.
rocking in the shower to some Rick Lombardi songs?
Yes.
I don't even know what 1265 looks like, but I'm imagining her in the shower just getting crazy with your music.
No.
I don't know what to do with my life.
You can't say that. Uncle Rico, what are you doing to me here, man? You can't do that. I'm trying to think of like how to be like, no, that's not what he meant. He meant, I don't know. I got nothing. Somebody save me. Omar, save me.
Hey, what's going on? I'm my firefighter. How you doing? This is actually my quickest call. I just was calling to say that Salary Cap Seduction was a fire song.
Thank you.
I don't know if it's Andy said it. That was a good song, man. That was pretty awesome.
It's the thing I always like about, because I'll have a song and I'm like, this is a great song, and people be like, that's a terrible song, and I just keep telling myself, I can't be the only one on planet Earth that thinks that's a good song. So appreciate you, Omar.
Call my lady up here and explain the salary cap to her, so we can make nice, sweet salary cap love. You know what I'm saying?
This show is out of control.
I ain't doing all that. But anyway, go fat go. I'm going to say Rico for my call roulette. Will be the next caller. If it's not me talking about something else. But, all right, talk to y'all later.
Whew. Well, we're only doing 3, 3, and 3, and we're not even 5 minutes into this. So, wow. Well, we've got a theme tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We got a theme tonight. Let's try to keep it with our own, like, wives and significant others and not other callers. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know your situation or anyone else's situation, but I'm uncomfortable and I'm trying to fix the situation and I'm making it worse. So why don't we just take a break? Let's walk away and let's everybody just calm down and we'll see what let's see what happens when we get back.
Hey everybody, it's me, Uncle Rico. Y'all remember that call I made on the Packernet podcast? Yeah, the one where I said some real inappropriate stuff about that female caller. Look, I'm not proud of it, but then my doctor put me on new Respect RX. One little pill every morning and it's like magic. Suddenly, I don't want to make creepy comments anymore. I actually listen when women call in. My call quality is way better. And my wife stopped threatening to divorce me. Side effects may include thinking before you speak, genuine apologies, better jokes, fewer awkward silences, and Pack Daddy not having to bleep you out live on air. If you're the kind of guy who opens his mouth and immediately regrets it, ask your doctor if Respect RX is right for you. Tell him Uncle Rico sent you. Respect RX, because some calls you just can't take back.
Ryan, this is Nico in Idaho, listening to the After Dark. By the way, if the name Darkies is too controversial, it's funny. I think it's the funniest name.
It is the funniest.
Just call this thing the After Darkies. Anyway, but listening to the pod this morning, Randy, Dakota, you were so close. I was so excited. But Randy from Minnesota mentioned that Ben Johnson would be jealous of the coach of the Patriots. I don't know if that's the demographic in which Ben Johnson is in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if
After Dark of the Ages.
I don't think that's the I'm trying to be nice here.
Nico's about to cut an ad. Respect RX for a different demographic.
I don't think that's the prize Dennis Johnson is looking for. I don't know. I think you know what I'm saying.
I shouldn't have recorded today.
I mean, look at the guy takes his shirts off for no reason and with men full of other naked athletes. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But anyways, now that I have walked myself into a corner, I don't know how to get out of it. So I'm just going to say, go Pack-Go.
We're going to set a record for the most controversial. We probably already surpassed it, but I'm excited to see where this goes. At this point in my life, I don't super care. But yeah, Nico, look forward to sending you a prescription of some other variety. Nico actually is going to monopolize this entire period. We got 3 callers, all 3 are Nico. So we'll see how this goes.
I forgot to do my caller roulette.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with Scooby Steve. Where'd he go? Scooby. I miss you, buddy.
It's a great question.
Give us a call. Maybe like right now. But anyways, go Pack-Go.
Once again, though, could have just said yourself. Oh, here we go. I guess 9. Sometimes 9 is too much. Sometimes we get through like 4 calls in a day. Sometimes you get a couple of sexist comments and a butt dial. It is what it is. But I guess we're taking a break here. We'll be right back.
Hey everybody, it's me, Nico, in Idaho. Y'all remember that call I made on the Packernet podcast? Yeah, the one where I said some real homophobic stuff about the Chicago Bears head coach? Look, I'm not proud of it, but then my doctor put me on new No Homo RX. One little pill every morning and it's like magic. Suddenly I don't want to make those kind of comments anymore. I can talk Bears football without sounding like a total bigot. My call quality is way better, and my buddies stopped giving me the side eye every time I open my mouth. Side effects may include thinking before you speak, genuine apologies, better jokes, fewer awkward silences, and Pack Daddy not having to bleep you out live on air. If you're the kind of guy who opens his mouth and immediately regrets it, ask your doctor if No Homo RX is right for you. Tell him Nico in Idaho sent you. No Homo RX, because some calls you just can't take back.
Howdy, this is Jared Schrader, no longer an Uber driver, guy looking for a job in Houston.
All right.
And so you said something, I mean, I'm still catching up. Instead of being 25 episodes behind, I'm like less than 10 episodes behind, so
good.
That's nice.
Great. Glad to have you.
But with, you said you don't want to do like all the days of the draft. I would say if you wanted to do any at all, don't do the first night because obviously, unless it's like an emergency stream and we somehow traded into the first round, that would be the only thing that makes sense.
I just saw Seattle, by the way, at 32. Basically said it's not a secret we're looking to trade out. So, again, almost no chance they trade that high, but it's available.
But I would say more just maybe just do the second day, and if you want the beginning of the third day, or just do the second day. And I think, that would suffice because, that's our two earliest picks, Anyways, think about it. You don't have to do it. It's your show. You do what you want. But it was also Friday. You can chill with Colin.
Yeah.
Just watch day 2 of the draft. Anyways, you have a great day. Go Pack Go.
That was kind of a thought. I mean, we'll see about day 1. I don't know. Colin's obviously super jacked up. He loves the draft and everything. But if we did, day 2 would make sense. It's kind of short. See how it goes. See if there's Jared, if you showed up or whatever. I'd have to think where to broadcast it all. I don't have the thing where you can stream it to 5 different places anymore. I'm not paying for all that stuff, but figure all that out. And then, anyways, again, if there's genuine interest, I enjoy it, and Cullen enjoys it. It's cool hanging out with the boys. If you guys wanted to be there, but again, it's especially day 3, man, because Cullen was talking about, I got this and that going on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. And it's like, dude, it's an all-day event. You maybe miss 30 minutes to an hour. That's nothing. You might not even miss a Packers pick at that point. But it is fun, and I do love it. And I'm trying to be a good boy with the eating and whatnot. But it's always nice to kind of have a little spread and kind of hang out, get some chips. You know what I mean? Just chill. But again, I think that probably will be the thought. Let's tease day 2. Just hang out. Turn the camera on, see what happens. And if the boys show up and we have a good time, screw it. We'll do day 3. If not, then Saturday will be a little bit more relaxed, kick my feet up, watch a little draft, do a little breaking news segment every time the Packers make a pick. And we'll do something like that. So all I would say is if you did want to hang out, just try to keep an eye out. I'll do what I can to get the message to you. Obviously social media, I'll be sending links wherever I can. I'll try to remember Patreon. And, as long as you're following me somewhere and trying to, I don't have a way to send alerts, an alert sign up for those that want to see all these things to where I can just shoot stuff out. And I don't think anybody would want that anyways. But I don't have a way to directly message everybody. So just try to be aware that it's going to be getting moved out there. And if you don't see it and it's getting to be close to draft day, you can send me a message and be like, what do I do? Where are we going? What's going on here? All right. Raider McCready. What's up, dude?
Ryan Raider from Missouri. Just listening to the podcast a couple days ago. And there's a lot of talk about smoking meats and all that delicious stuff. So I decided that I was going to call and tell everybody what I was doing this weekend.
Nice.
And, or will be doing this coming up weekend. I have a vault smoker, which is, it's pretty big, but That's got 5 racks in it.
Okay.
And I got a bunch of...
You know, it's always fun. I've always wondered about those. They seem like really good options, but they're not like... I don't know. They're not talked about as much as some of the other ones. I mean, obviously you got your pellet grills and you know, the big stick smokers and the drum smokers and the bullet smokers, and you know, you got your Weber grills and stuff. I see them, and I've always been intrigued by it. They seem super convenient with all the racks, and the smoking seems perfectly fine. So I don't know. I guess I'm interested to hear from you how that goes, because I've always been kind of intrigued by them. They're probably the least talked about. You know, the ceramic ones are real popular with a lot of people.
Family is going to come over, and we're all pitching in and put meat in it. I got 2 briskets.
Yes.
3 pork butts.
Yes.
And 3 chuck roasts.
Amazing.
And then I'll be smoking cheeseburgers.
Yes.
For lunch.
Smoke burgers are so
And then
good,
all
dude.
the other meat will be for dinner. But yeah, pretty cool. Love smoking brisket and chuck roast. Chuck roast is really good. It's nice and lean after you smoke it.
It's pretty cheap too as far as beef goes. I like chuck roast too. I don't smoke it enough. I just saw somebody make a chuck roast and they smoked it. I thought I need to get back on that. I've been just kind of like in the house, sear it, throw it in the whatever that stupid ceramic thing is called, throw it in the oven and let it tenderize in there. But yeah, I need to start treating it more like briskets, you know, get a good smoke on it. And just, you know, let her tenderize.
It's like the leaner part of a brisket, I think.
Sure.
If not, maybe a little better if you do it right. But go Pack, go.
Yeah, man, be sure to let us know how that all turns out. I live for the day of having, like, my house isn't big enough for it, but having like 50 people over and just being the grill master. I need an excuse to make 5 briskets. You know, it's just, I don't know. I bought the equipment for it, but I don't have the. I make a brisket, and it's basically me eating it for the next week and a half. But yeah, I haven't made a ton of briskets. I do like brisket. I think next time what I'm going to do is, you know, a lot of times, especially like at restaurants and stuff, it feels like sacrilege to me. But they separate the 2 muscles. Oh, here we go.
Colin and Riley come upstairs now. Time for karate.
Okay, time for karate. What was I saying? Oh yeah, you know, you separate the 2 muscles, and then on the bottom you got sort of the lean, and on the top you got the fatty stuff, and you can kind of turn that into. I'd want to eat some of it as it is because it's delicious, but you turn it into the what do you call it? Burn ends. I think I want to do that next time because it's kind of it's a big hunk at the end, and you got the 2 muscles with the giant thing of fat in between, which isn't bad when it's hot, but then reheated is kind of like there's a lot of fat in there. But I might try that. And ribs, I got to get on the ribs, man. I got the Oklahoma Joe drum, and it's got the little hanging racks, which I don't know that necessarily makes it better. It obviously cooks a little uneven, but it's cool. And capacity-wise, you can fit, I don't know, 6 or 8 racks of ribs. I forget what the number is, as opposed to laying them flat, which is hard to you can fit more than maybe 3. But that's what I want. I want to hang 8 racks of ribs, have that juice drip down into the coals and come back up. Oh, my Lord. Oh, yes.
Hey, Ryan, it's Garrett from Southern Illinois.
What's up?
Today's date is 4/20.
Okay.
Mock
Yes,
Draft
it is. I
Monday.
didn't realize that.
But also known to a lot of degenerates as How High Are You Today?
Yes.
And
also, a little known fact, there was a man in Austria that was a political figure born on this day.
I thought I would go off script a little different than normal. And, you know, there's always certain movies you watch on certain days, or at least I have them, my favorites.
Okay.
You know, New Year's Eve, it's a Wonderful Life. Christmas Eve, it's The Christmas Story. And these are generally movies that I choose to watch by myself, just being sentimental.
Okay.
On Cinco de Mayo, I always watch Nacho Libre.
Wonderful. Okay.
And on 420, because it's 420, I watch Super Troopers. And the reason behind that is because being that I've been a volunteer sheriff's deputy now going on 11 years, it just kind of hits home, pretty funny, and all the shenanigans that goes on with that movie. There's a lot of parallels that goes with being in law enforcement and that. So there's some movies that just kind of definitely hit home, and today being 420, I plan on going home and watching Super Troopers tonight. So not a movie I recommend you watch with the family.
No.
That is a movie, it's a dude's kind of movie with definitely a rated R rating. So there you have it. It's 420. How high are you, Ryan?
So as far as Super Troopers, I don't know if I kind of just, I just missed that era. You know, like a lot of my friends in that age, in my age range, like it. But I feel like it was just a little younger than me that kind of liked, I didn't like it. Same with Harold and Kumar. I thought it was stupid. They came out with all these, like, I don't know. I don't know exactly what the genre is. There were a couple funny lines in Super Troopers for sure, but it was so popular, it massively underdelivered when I watched it. It was the freaking movie. And I went and watched it. I'm like, there's a couple funny lines, like the freaking leader of cola or whatever. That was kind of funny. Harold and Kumar, I thought is completely idiotic, stupid. Didn't find it funny at all. But equally stupid, but I loved it, probably because, again, I was a little younger at the time. I don't know. More like middle schoolish as opposed to, I don't know, in my mid-20s probably. Half-Baked. Half-Baked is, I mean, if we're talking 420, let's not dance around it. You know what I mean? They happen to be or whatever. No, Half-Baked. Or, if you want to get a little more old school, an even better movie, freaking amazing movie, Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke. That does not get better than that. I'm not a partaker at all. Never really was. I mean, I did, but it wasn't my thing. It was just kind of because it was offered, and I'm like, I guess. Never really cared for it, but anywho, I'm going to leave it at that. Appreciate everybody for your calls, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye-bye.